So you've made action-oriented movies before, but none quite like this one, none that are sort of built around a star who hasn't really quite acted before. With that in mind, what was the appeal for you?
I mean, I think the fact that the film was being built around this extraordinary woman. Stephen had seen her fighting on the television, I think, and felt that there was something fascinating about her. And not just, I think, because of her fighting, but because of how she carries herself and how she handled the interviews and the weigh-in. And there is some, I mean, I don't know very much about the fight world, but having, looked at a lot of her stuff on YouTube and everything, you can see that there's something very different about Gina in that world of fighting. And I trusted that Stephen this was his idea. And when I met Gina, I really, really liked her. And I was taken by how different she was from the woman you see fighting in the ring. She's a really gentle woman, and the way she talks about fighting is very nice, that she talks about it in a very sort of spiritual way. It's martial arts, it's a study of something. It's not just about going in to hurt somebody. I never heard her talk about fighting in a way like that, She always talked about her opponents in a really respectful way, and she's really interesting character.
Yeah. One thing that comes across, obviously, is just the sheer sort of athleticism that she possesses. What's it like being on the receiving end of a beatdown?
Yeah. Well, it was brilliant. I loved it, actually. I really liked working with her on the fight. It was great, because you work on the fight slowly to begin with, and with the fight arrangers, and you tailor it if things don't work. You're working together, slowly working on the sequences of punches and kicks, and if things don't work for you, because things might not be like unnatural to you that were natural for the stunt guy, you make those changes and you work on it together. So it becomes your fight, and then you take that on the set and you bring it up to speed. And I loved it. I really liked it. I never felt in any way. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, we're pretending. We're not actually hitting each other, and so it's a dance. It's a choreography that you learn and you then try and make look as real as possible. And that's skillful and technically quite difficult sometimes, especially when Stephen wanted long takes. He wanted long sections of the fight without cuts. So you have to hide, the fact that you're not punching each other. You have to hide that with angles to the camera. And that gets quite difficult to do if it's a long, moving piece of fight. But it was good fun doing that with her. I really liked it.